Welcome back, you sexy anime lovers.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we love you here at the Out of Pocket Anime Podcast. And we have a special. What? Did you want to say something? Did you have something to say?
No, I got nothing I want to say. You're doing a great job. Keep doing
No,
it.
you're fucking ruining my intro. You're ruining it.
You are doing a
You're
great
ruining
job.
it. You're ruining it. Let me do my thing. All right? Let me do my thing.
Okay. All right.
All
You
right.
do your
And
thing.
we have a special anime podcast for you today. We're getting into season 2 of the long-awaited BlueLock.
BlueLock is a personal favorite here at the OP podcast.
Personal, it hits home. It
Yeah.
hits home. We were
Guys,
very professional soccer athletes
that
here
is
in the
accurate.
States.
Yep. That does make sense and it
So,
tracks and it's accurate. Don't look us up.
yeah,
though.
we grew up with soccer balls on our feet,
Yeah.
quite literally.
I don't know why you took it that way. We could have just said we were athletes, which is true.
With
But
balls on
we
our
decided,
feet. Yes.
yeah, man, everybody's got balls in their feet.
No, specifically us, we have big balls on our feet.
Why do you know about my big balls? It's weird.
I was talking about the soccer ball. What were you talking
Yeah,
about?
me too. Weren't
sure?
we both talking about soccer balls?
Like hashtag me too?
Yeah,
Or
we're
just
talking
you
about the
two?
first 6 episodes, guys. This is already getting off the rails. We're talking about the first 6 episodes. And to be honest, we're really talking about the first 5 episodes because the 6th episode is really a throwaway.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's like edging you.
Yeah, it was like, hey, we're
big
getting
edge.
Yeah, they're getting you ready for the fucking
The big
the
game.
match,
Yeah.
and they have terrible animation for like 30 seconds of it. Did you catch that?
You know, it's funny you said they have terrible animation because I was in an anime Discord not too long ago. And I had people who I ran into that said, yeah, BlueLock's amazing, the manga's amazing, but the animation is a little rough.
It's fine for
now
me.
they said a little rough generally, which I'm like, well, generally I think the anime's fine.
Yeah, it's fine for me.
I don't have any issues with any of the
I've caught a
animation.
couple
I think they could
moments.
do more.
I've caught a couple moments where they've cheaped out on the anime. Yeah.
Right. And that's I think what they're more alluring to, but I'm not sure.
Alluring to?
Yeah.
I don't think you said that word right.
Allure? You don't know what allure means?
Thought it was allure. Allure.
Yeah.
Allure.
Allure.
Yep, that one. There you go. You nailed it. All right, we got to stop doing this or you're going to make it always sound weird, and I won't be able to use that word anymore. Also, stop doing that with your fucking eyebrows, you fucking weirdo. What's wrong with you today? Anyways, guys, fucking hey, before he fucks me up, all right, let's start off. Ego's the fucking man.
Yeah, he's fucking funny, man.
I kind of fuck with Ego.
He's like the glue that
I kind of fuck with Ego.
Sticks the show together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They haven't gone into anything in his backstory, have they? I feel like in one episode they might have mentioned like don't let something happen to these kids that happened to you, or they alluded to him being a good soccer player and something bad happening to him.
Yeah.
I also might be making that up. I might have completely made that up. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't like revisited.
Are you saying Kamini Hashira that
you're
100% not sure if that happened?
I am 100% sure that I'm not sure that happened.
I think that's what I just said, but you said
yeah, it is what I said. Yeah, that is what I said.
I think that's what
we
I
are
said,
in agreement.
but you said
what are you
more
doing
words.
right now, man? What are you doing?
I'm
no
using
one
my
likes
hands.
you. We all talk about you when you're not around. Dude, fucking Ego. Always calling him diamonds in the rough. My diamonds in the rough. Hello, my diamonds in the rough. Good morning, my diamonds in the rough.
Everybody needs a Phil Jackson. Ego is like Phil Jackson.
Just call him my precious, like you want to, and let's go find the ring to rule them all. You know, you fucking Smeagol bitch.
I will tell you what, it would be fitting for him to act like Smeagol because I'm getting a lot of like people are gonna start fucking vibes.
Dude, why do you said this before the show? No one else is getting those vibes,
people are gonna start fucking.
Dude, no one else is getting those vibes.
Chigiri is giving me some like I'm about to start fucking vibes.
Here's the thing.
Somebody's about to start fucking.
All right, guys. Every now and then he'll do something before a pod, and I'll react a certain way to it. And based on the way I react, I know he's gonna bring it up in the pod. And he said this before the pod, and I
I
was
didn't
like, "You're a
say
fucking
this.
idiot. Don't
He's
bring this
lying.
up."
Don't listen to a
And the
word he
second
said.
I said that, I was like, "I guaranteed he will bring this up on the pod." Nobody
He's
out here
lying.
fucking. They're in high school and they're all boys.
Somebody's fucking.
Nobody's fucking, dude. Unless it's Ego and
Somebody's fucking.
and his assistant chick.
No, somebody's fucking.
No, not
There's a lot
them.
of sus.
They can't do it. You literally said no
Somebody's fucking.
immediately right out of the gate. All
Bachira
right.
and chigiri or someone's fucking.
Dude, why do you keep saying someone's fucking? It's
I just
fucking
think someone's
obnoxious.
fucking.
All right, dude. Yeah, fucking
My bad.
it's definitely not Isagi, dude. Not even the top 7, dog.
So now you just gonna join in.
Not even in
You're
the
like,
top 7.
Isagi's not fucking.
Yeah, not in the top 7, dude.
What
He
did you
is
think
such a
about that when
well,
they
so
brought out
he's he
the
I
top six?
it made me think about him as a main character. Does that make sense? Because I was like,
Like where he's
dude,
at?
yeah, because I was like, he's clearly the main character, right? And I
Yes.
was like, he's such an interesting main character because since you guys put him in the middle of your show and not like Reen, who's the clear cut number one, or
Itoshi.
not somebody who's in the in the very back, right? Because if you pick someone who's in the very back of everything, you're like, okay, they're gonna work their way through to being number one. But Isagi's kind of in the middle. So I was like,
Kind of
there's so
always
many
been in the middle.
right. And so it's like there's somebody you can it's like you can go so many different directions with it. You know what I mean? Like the show could be truly about him
What
becoming
direction are you going with it? What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know, and that's why I like it.
All right.
I have no guesses. Like you could make it to where he's eventually gonna surpass Reen and become number one and become the best striker. You can make it to where he doesn't become the best striker, but in the process he creates the best striker
That's what I
and is
was
the
telling
best pair
you
for a striker.
in our previous episode, where it's like, I think Ego has a bigger idea than just one striker. I
So
think it's not just going to be one person who ends up winning in the end.
you think it's gonna be just developing strikers as a whole and
And
having a
then
couple
turning them into a team.
like how he's doing with the U11. The U11, the U20, the BlueLock 11.
Under 11. Whoa. Are
Yeah,
these
and you were
11 year
talking
olds
about them
playing?
fucking. I hope you feel good about
Okay. All right.
that. I hope you feel good
Whoa.
about
I
that, dude.
wasn't talking about 11-year-olds. You
All
were.
right. Okay. Anyways, uh but like it does make it interesting that he's just kind of middle of the pack.
Yeah, it's interesting to see where it's going to end because again, I just can't wrap my head around it just being Isagi in the end, right? It
Your
just
weird
being
emphasis will always shine. Emphases.
yeah,
Emphases.
I never can understand how it would ultimately end up being Isagi's the best striker and Isagi's going to be the guy who makes it out of Blue Lock and everybody else who's been in the show is gone and they're going to be wiped away and there's not going to be any,
Well, I think
you know
the
what I
whole
mean?
idea is at the end of the show, no matter what they do, I think they're going to show everybody like how they proceed, right? Like some won't play soccer, some will play professional soccer, some will be like great in Japan, some will be,
Well, didn't
you
they
know,
say that they have to
good in
give
the
up their
world.
career or something?
They say that, but that's not a thing. Like that's one thing I was thinking about. I was like, yeah, no.
That's not a thing.
Yeah, you don't have to just stop. Like there's
You could
lesser
go
teams you can
play.
play for.
Yeah.
Like I bet. So I don't play soccer, but I bet a lot. So I know there's like C leagues in like fucking Japan and shit. You know what I mean? Like there's the
Yeah.
Premier League. And
There's
then, you
a
know,
under league and then there's a
right. Like there's
yeah.
fucking like 30 different leagues, you know?
Right.
So
I don't know about that much,
I
but
think you can
yeah, I get what you're saying.
I think you can find a way to play still and not
Yeah.
be the best in the world. I don't think, you know, there's only one best in the world. I think you can still play.
Well, he Ego makes it very known he wants the one best in the world. So it is a cool lingering kind of thing in the back of your head while watching it is what is Ego really up to?
Dude,
Is he really
I think
telling
about that
us the
all the
truth?
time.
Is
I
he
think about
really
that all
giving
the
us
time.
the full picture?
See, and that's
That's
why I
what I
think
love
like
about Blue Lock.
and that's why I think his backstory, I think that's why they're holding off on it. Because I think his backstory will speak to his
current
not
ideation.
I wanted not convictions, not ideology is the word you were looking for, by the way. Um,
Ideation, ideology, same
they're
shit.
not the same thing. No.
What's
Um,
ideation?
not ideology.
What is it?
I think it's a made up word, to be honest with you.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie, pretty sure you made up that word. I
yep.
was trying not to call you on it and be nice about
It's
it and be like, oh,
definitely a
you
word.
meant ideology.
I'm smarter than you. It's definitely a word.
That you were definitely not. All right.
Teach their
Um,
own.
but yeah. I don't think that's how intelligence works, but okay.
It's definitely how it is. But
uh
continue.
you may proceed if you need a better word.
Indubitably.
uh you're ridiculous. But like I think that's really gonna speak to his motivation. There we go. That's the one I was looking for. I don't know why that was so
About
hard.
time.
Yeah. I think it's gonna speak to his motivation for starting BlueLock and doing all of this.
Yeah. I mean, that'll definitely happen, right? They're definitely going to
Yeah.
show a background to get to the point where he wanted to create this. But the real question is, what is his end motive? Is it just one person? Is it just one striker? Is that all that's going to be taken away? We don't know, Comedy Hashra. And that's what I'm curious about.
I think he's just trying to change the way the game is played, period.
With just strikers?
Just not necessarily just strikers, just the mentality of soccer in Japan. Because they talk about it at the beginning of the
Mhm,
show, not season 2, the beginning of the show, very
mhm.
briefly, where he's like, yeah,
I remember that.
in Japan, our culture is this, and our soccer team
I'm
represents our
creating this
culture.
facility to
Yeah.
change it.
So I think that truly is his ultimate goal, is to not necessarily create a full team of strikers, but change that the mentality,
That
the
mentality.
the
Whoa, what's she
mentality.
thinking about?
It's to
You've been in
change the
Blue Lock for
mentality.
a little bit now, Shay.
Hey, dude, a lot of pretty dudes. See a lot of girls, see a lot of guys too. Just the other day, I saw Mr. Coach Klein and my mom at the same time. Oh shit.
Oh, amazing reference.
But I do think that's his end goal, is to not necessarily find the best striker, but to create a mentality where we're trying to drive people to be the best,
Yeah.
and that's the way soccer's played.
What did you think about Nagi being in the top 6?
Of course.
They're sucking him off pretty
They
hard,
got a
aren't
hard
they?
on for him. Now, I
They're
do
sucking Nagi
well,
off
here's the thing.
pretty
I
hard
do truly believe he needed to be in the top 6,
because he was
right?
that good.
He is that good.
The ball
But
control wizard.
right. Like he's that good. I get it. People probably think he's cool. I don't think he's as cool, but I do think he's crazy talented, and I do think his school I think he's dope. I just don't have the hard on for him that they want me to,
They want
apparently.
you to have a hard on for
Jesus
Nagi.
Christ, they shove him down your throat.
Yeah, his penis is. Yeah.
Finish that.
No. Let's keep moving.
This means is what?
Let's keep
Jesus.
moving.
Pale? What was it? Where are we going with this? Finish your fucking sentence, man.
Like his hair.
I won't be able to sleep at night. You're gonna get a call from me at like 3 a.m.
Is
What
his
was it?
dick
I
is
need
white?
to know.
Does his dick have powder on it?
Like holy shit. But no, they I think he was good enough to be in the top 6. I think that was the right call.
I just
I
immediately
don't
thought, yo, they're sucking this nigga off.
well, here's the thing. They had so we watched 6 episodes, right?
Yeah.
We all know Izuki's the main character.
Yep.
He took up 3 of the first 6
Yep.
episodes of his match.
I
They
liked how they
had
formatted that.
right, and then
They
they
mainly
had
showed
one
his guy.
match, and in that one match, they had to show the Nagi match.
Nagi and his purple nigga, who's
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure fucking.
Jesus, dude, are you lonely? Who hurt
Am I
you?
lonely?
You keep talking about all these other people fucking, dude.
Dude, are you not getting fucking vibes from this show?
No,
He's like,
it's only you.
he's like, Nagi's not mine anymore. He belongs to himself. But I guarantee you one day,
He definitely didn't
Nagi's
say it
gonna be
like that.
chasing me.
Jesus
And
Christ,
it's
he
like,
didn't say it like
whoa,
that.
pause.
I think I'm gonna pause it on that weird little smirk you had at the end of that, so people understand how
That's the
creepy this
smirk the
was.
guy had.
It definitely was not.
Yeah, it
No.
was. I'm
Also,
getting a lot of fucking vibes.
you know how they had to pick the teams and shit like that? They're like, oh,
ego.
I gotta pair with this person, or I have to pair with this person,
Oh yeah, how they
right?
put the balls in based on who you
How did
wanted.
how did
The
everybody
balls
know?
in. You see what I mean? Go ahead. I'm
All
sorry.
right, dude. Jesus Christ, let it go. Let it go. It's okay. It'll be okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Fucking everybody. How did everybody all like randomly know that Isagi was struggling?
What do you mean, like the Mr.
Like,
Average guy, or
remember Isagi's in the bathroom brushing his teeth, and fucking donkey dude, what's his name? Baro?
uh-huh. The
Baro
donkey,
walks in.
fucking
Yeah, Baro
donkey,
walks in and he goes, "Oh, so you're struggling on who to pick, huh?"
butt
I was like,
naked,
"This
huh?
nigga's just in here
Wasn't he
brushing
butt
his
naked?
teeth."
And they're both butt naked, weren't they?
No. What is wrong with you?
I'm telling you that I'm getting a lot of fucking vibes.
All right. Well, keep them out the fucking pod. Jesus Christ.
That's all I'm saying.
Fucking stepping on my shit
I'm
right
not
now.
saying it's bad.
All right. Anyways, so he's in there brushing his teeth, and dude's like, "Yeah, you struggling with who to pick?" And he's like, "I was like, the fuck, this nigga's brushing his teeth. How would you know that?" And he's like, "Yeah, I think you pick on this." And then he leaves. And then freaking
That's just
Jufro
funny shit.
dude. Who's the
You looked
Jufro
into
dude?
that?
Who's the Jufro dude?
Um,
Nico.
Nico, I
Where
don't
his
remember
eyes are
him.
covered. His eyes are covered. How do you not remember him? He's in the 11.
I'm looking for him right now. He's in the 11.
Yeah, he's in the 11 pick.
Nico doesn't have like a fro.
Yeah, he has a Jufro.
Iki Nico?
Yeah, that's a Jufro.
Nah, bro.
What would you call
But
that?
continue. I would just call it just regular hair. He doesn't have a fro, bro.
All right. Well,
He
guys,
has like similar to Isagi.
I promise you,
Similar,
I
not the
will
same.
put a picture up of this dude, and
It's
you
not a
guys can tell us
fro.
in the comments below if that is a Jufro
You're talking
or
about
just
Iki
regular ass
Nico.
hair. Yes,
I'm looking at him right now. It doesn't look
regular
like
ass
that.
hair. Anyways, that nigga walks in the bathroom, and Bottom just left, and he's still brushing his teeth. He's like, "Hey, what's up? Can I borrow some face cream? By the way, you're struggling with this, aren't you?" I was like, what is happening here? How do these people know this shit? And
I
then
don't
he's
know, but it was
watching
weird
tape,
that it was in the bathroom. And
and then he's
again, I
watching
don't
tape, and then
get a
the
lot of
purple
fucking
haired
vibes,
dude,
dude.
the purple haired copycat guy,
Yeah.
Rio, he
Uh-huh.
comes in,
The
and he's
chameleon.
like, "Hey man, you struggling with who to pick too?"
See? And butt
I was like,
naked.
"What is happening?
Yep.
What
He
did
was
you just
butt
say? He
naked
was
as
mad?
well.
I don't think that's real."
They all came into the bathroom butt naked.
All right, dude. So, did you not catch on to that real quick? You didn't think that was weird at all?
No, I didn't care for it. I knew that they were just kind of creating conversation in the show and
Right.
just trying to emphasize him overthinking
I
shit.
don't like
And
forced conversation in shows.
yeah,
I think you can have natural
I see what you mean.
conversation. I
Right.
think you can like
You could
there's
do some better writing.
dude, what are we doing here?
Yeah, that's kind of lazy writing.
It's
Let's be
fucking super
real.
lazy writing. And
Yeah.
they do that a couple of times. Like I have a
I didn't
couple of
care
things
for
on
it
my
though.
list where I
Yeah.
was just like, dude, what are we doing here? This is just fucking lazy ass writing.
Yeah. They have moments like that. I agree, but it feels like that type of show to me. It feels like it's like let's just keep it moving. Like it's not even like a real big
No, and
dialogue
that's
show
fine.
unless they're on the field playing.
And that's fine, but it's like fucking shit, man. Like you guys have so much dope shit going on. Just
Off the
make
field is pretty
everything.
rough.
Just make
Let's be
everything dope.
real. Off the field, the dialogue is pretty rough.
Unless ego's involved. That's my nigga right there.
Yeah, but the whole his whole
But
character's off the field.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is
Yeah.
unless ego's
I'm
involved.
talking about the players being on the field versus off the field. The
Well,
differences.
I like the inner dialogue where they're trying to figure shit out.
Right. That's what makes the show, right?
You can't say that.
On the field. The inner dialogue on the field
No,
is what makes the show.
I'm saying the inner dialogue off the field. I like that.
That's
I like while
but
they're
do you
trying
like
to
that
figure shit
more
out.
or do you like the on the field shit more?
So on the field, my favorite things is those fucking eyes, dude.
Right, they hit those eyes and you can see
The eyes are dope.
the smoke coming
Have
off
you
the
figured
eye.
it out yet? Have you figured out what the eyes mean? I've seen some consistency. Like sometimes
Hmm.
it's smoke,
What do you mean?
sometimes it's flames.
Wow.
Sometimes it's like their eye will
I just
glow,
see it
and
as
sometimes your eye will
I did
change.
I did notice when Isagi hit that instinct, that flow state is what they would call it, he
Yeah,
changed. So he completely changed. He kind of went into
right.
more of like a solo leveling
So
type like
yeah, because before we ever get on the pod, I usually watch everything twice. I'll
Mhm,
watch it when I want to watch it, and then I'll rewatch it as I'm taking notes for the pod.
right.
So that when I saw his eyes change for that, I
Mhm.
was like, why did they just start doing that? And when I watched it through the second time, I was like, huh, there's some consistencies here. And so I think I'm gonna start paying attention. And I'm sure if I looked it up online, I could like somebody's already figured it out. Right.
Hmm.
Like I could look it up and they'd be like, oh yeah, this means this. When you see their eyes like this, that means this.
Yeah,
But
probably.
but I
Somebody
wanna I
who's
wanna figure it
probably
out.
read the manga.
Right. Well, first off, I want to figure it out on my own for two reasons, right? The first one is because I fucking know if I go online and look that shit up, I'm gonna find some shit I don't want to know.
Exactly.
100%.
Never
And
do that.
two, and two, there's just a lot of fun in figuring shit out on your own.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
the
that's what
biggest
like
thing, right?
younger
Where I
kids
told
and stuff
you.
like that fucking hate that. Just
Right.
I hate that shit. I want to
Where I
figure it out
told
on my
you
own.
just a little bit ago. I'm like, what is that end goal? What is that end goal? I don't want to go look it up. I don't want to go look up what Ego's really thinking or what's
Right.
really gonna happen in the end. I want to
Right.
guess and be like, yo, is is
I knew
is
it. Knew
Ego
it, motherfucker.
does this nigga really only want one motherfucker? Or does he want multiple motherfuckers and he's changing the entire game and then is gonna
Yep.
maybe pick people from the U20 and from Blue you just don't know. And that's what I love about Blue Lock. It keeps you on your toes. It keeps
Dude, it's
edging you.
such a good it's so far it's my favorite sports manga. I know you haven't done a lot of sports manga. Have you done any
You
sports
mean
mangas
manga?
actually?
I've
Or
never done a manga. Yeah.
anime. I'm sorry guys,
Anime, anime,
anime,
anime, anime,
anime.
anime, anime. I can't read. So if only I could read manga,
Yeah,
you know?
manga.
Uh
Fuck this. God, that's fucking infuriating.
um yeah. No, I haven't watched as many as you have, so you have a bigger, pool.
Right, but have you watched any sports ones? I don't think you
Um
have.
Other than like Food Wars, no, and that's like it's not a sport, but
They
food
they they
is
made it a sport. Yeah.
competitive,
Yeah, they made it like a competitive sport. Yeah, yeah.
right?
I would
So
count that.
yeah,
That'd
um,
be an interesting conversation
yeah, and we
for a
can have
later
an
date.
episode. Yeah,
Yeah, this Food Wars is a sports
J-
anime.
jot that down somewhere.
Yeah, I won't.
Hopefully, we
Oh
remember.
shit! But yeah,
Um,
I don't think you have. So
no.
there's
Well, no sports. No, no, no. Yeah, I
yeah,
was gonna say gaming, but yeah, no.
there's a lot of different ways they attack it. But I mean, the one similarity is that no matter what they call it, they always have somebody who specializes in a certain aspect of that sport. Like that's
Right.
pretty consistent in all the sports animes. You
They
know,
don't. Well, and by somebody who specializes in it, are you talking about the players or are you talking about
I'm talking
the
about the players,
coaches?
the players. So for
Okay.
instance, I'll give you an example, right? So in this one, how Reen sees the field, and that's like one of his superpowers, and how he reads the field and plays off the field and what the field gives him.
Hmm.
In Rising Impact, the golf one, there's the main character is he's a driver. Like he lives off the driver.
Hmm.
That's the best part of his game. And so every sports anime has all their
Who
characters
have specific skills?
that they're
Oh, this
great
guy's a
at.
long iron
Right.
guy. Oh, this guy's amazing at putting.
Right. Exactly. And so that's consistent in all sports animes, no matter what they call it. Sometimes they call it weapons, sometimes they call it gifts, sometimes you know what I mean? But it's all the same shit. It's all one aspect of the thing that they specialize in.
Uh,
So that's consistent. But other than that, I haven't seen anybody kind of do it like Blue Lock where they're figuring shit out, unlocking, and yeah, like not in this way.
the
And
levels.
this is so far my favorite sports anime.
Yeah.
So far, at least.
The level of detail that they get into the weapons, the
Oh,
level
it's
of detail
phenomenal.
that they get into the weapons are,
I
I
mean,
think, what makes the show.
well,
To be
so
honest with you.
all right. Yes, but
because you can
I'm gonna
relate.
expand on that
You know,
because I agree with you, but I think it's bigger than that, and I think you do too. But you just didn't word it that way. Like the mental aspect of being an athlete, they very much expand on. And I think that might be why Blue Lock is set apart from the other ones because of how much they get into the mental. Like even when they're setting out this tryouts, right? They're like, "Hey, your job is to coexist and
with the
assert
top
yourself."
six,
Yeah, but also assert yourself. And I was like, "Fuck, I know what he means. That's fucking hard to
you
do."
can relate to that.
Yeah, I know exactly what he's saying, and that's
Blue
fucking
Lock
real
does
hard.
an
That's a
amazing
struggle.
job of relating to actual real life athletes,
Yeah,
their
I would
psyche.
agree with that. I
They
agree
do an
with that.
amazing job of hitting those same connectors in one way or another
Right, because
to
even like,
whatever life you've had
I mean, even in
in
more
whatever
like,
sport.
yeah, because like you have team sports that have very heavy individual aspects, because all team sports do, right? But it's like even look at one that's a little more like that, like baseball, right? So if I'm on a team and I'm the best player on a team, and I always hit home runs, but I strike out a lot, and there's a guy on my new team who's batting third who always hits home runs. My job can't be to only hit home runs or strike out if they move me up to second in the order. Now I have to think about how I can use my gift
To your role.
to stand out, but also
Right.
help the team.
Right.
So, hey, maybe I'm still swinging hard, but instead of swinging for the fences, I'm swinging for doubles and triples and getting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Moving the runner over. I'm just trying to hit the ball as hard as I can in play to
Right.
do something, to make something
Contact. You're
happen,
trying to
right?
make contact. You're a
Right. So,
contact specialist at number 2 versus you may be a speed demon at number 1 versus maybe you may be a
right,
power demon at 3.
but I'm talking about like taking the gift that you have. I'm not talking about
And
changing your gift. I'm talking about
utilizing it to your position.
utilizing it to the position that you're in.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's fucking like that's what you have to do. That's what he's talking about. Is you
Right.
have to coexist plus assert yourself.
Right. Well, and if you think about it, the only one who really has that weapon as a weapon, in my opinion, is Isagi, right? He's the
So
only
the
one
cool
who
thing,
really adapts
so the
to
cool thing
everyone
about his
else.
character is they even say it in the first match where the dude's like has him figured out and he's like, I always pick the weakest player and
Mr.
you're the weakest player.
Average.
Mr. Average is they even said it. He goes, he always rises up to the level of great players
Mhm.
around him, but
Yeah.
he's average. But he will rise his level to the great players. And then halfway through the match, because everybody was able to link up through him, it made the team so much better. When he and even the dude was like, the dude who's guarding him was like, yo, the fuck this dude. He fucking stepped up his game now.
Yeah,
And
he
now
goes,
they're
"Oh
all fucking
shit,
moving. Now
Isagi's
they're all
waking
getting
up."
involved.
He goes,
Yep.
"Isagi's waking up. This isn't good."
Yep. And because
I
now
caught
he's
that.
bringing up. Yep. Yep. And
I was
I was
like,
like,
"Oh
that's fucking
shit."
dope.
So Isagi's real ability is just rising the level of himself and
And
others.
everybody around him. It's
Yeah,
fucking, I was like,
it's
that's
brilliant.
fucking kind of dope.
Well, and the progression. I never really thought about how amazing they do at showing that progression of okay, he's not really in the game to he's kind of starting to get into the game to he's getting into the game to where he's in the game to where he tries to get to that reach level and then maybe something bad happens, right? Where he
Mm-hmm.
climaxes and then he misses that volley, right? You remember when he missed the volley, like he fucking missed the
Is
kick.
that
I
what
was
that's
like,
called? I thought it was a pass.
no,
Is
it was
that
a
the same
volley.
thing?
So a volley is where you hit the ball out of air.
If you hit the ball out of air?
So if someone passes the ball to you and it's still in the air and you hit it,
Oh,
it's a
okay.
volley. Or if it bounces off the ground and you hit it one time, but it's in the air, it's a volley.
Got you.
Does
That
that make
makes
sense?
sense. That does make
Um,
sense. Yeah.
so he missed his volley, which he calls it a direct shot, but it's technically a volley as well. And he misses it, and you're like, holy shit. You're not
Step
used to
behind.
Isagi doing the math in his head, figuring out the puzzle, and then missing. You're not
Yeah.
used to that. So they threw a curveball. He obviously missed. homeboy Itoshi, I think, ended up covering for him and then scoring.
Yeah.
But then it does that full circle where he missed that because he was overthinking it.
Yeah.
Versus when he went into the flow state later on in the match, same
Right.
volley.
Putting a name on it and calling it the flow state was dope. I like
Yes.
that a lot, the flow state, because
And they did it later too,
yeah.
where it's like, oh, you see
After it
the
happened.
instinctive move, and
That
he's
shit
like,
was
what is
wild.
this?
He did it. Go ahead. Finish your thought.
No,
Finish your thought.
it was just he finished that, and then they come back later and they go, oh shit, that's that flow state.
Yeah.
And it was dope.
So that shit was funny because one, Rin at the end was like, motherfucker, you don't even know what you did. You're fucking garbage.
Yeah,
He's like, you just did something great and you don't even fucking know what you did, how you did it, why you did it. You're a bitch.
the shit talking in
Ren's a fucking wild
Blue
dude.
Lock is wild.
Yeah. And with that being said, and then when they were like talking about the flow state, did you start thinking about if you've ever operated in the flow state as an
Yeah,
athlete?
100%. I
I was like,
remember mentioning that to you about something. MHA, uh, Todoroki's dad, Endeavor. You
oh,
remember
where it
when
becomes
Endeavor
second nature.
talks about
You're
second
right.
nature?
That's
And I
a
told
good
you that,
analogy. Yeah.
and I was
Yeah. Yeah.
like, hey, that's an amazing point
Yeah, it
that
is. Yeah.
he brought up at the time, where I'm like, that's how we thought in sports, and I had told you that. I was like, that's what we thought in sports, where it was like it was just second nature, where you didn't have to think when you're swinging, you're just thinking about the ball.
Yeah, you
Where's
just
he
see
gonna
ball
throw the ball?
react. Yeah.
And then you react to it. You don't think,
Yeah.
oh, well, I'm gonna fucking put my hands here and then I'm gonna do here and
Yeah,
go
it was
like
the
that.
same thing when I was playing football. It was I
You
couldn't
don't
tell you
think
what I was
about
doing. I don't think about
you just think
anything.
about what you seeing.
Yeah, I can tell you what I did afterwards. That's the difference between, what Isagi did and,
Yeah. You
somebody
would be like,
who's
oh, I just focused on this.
yeah,
And
you'd be like,
then
yeah, well, I saw this happen and this happen. But in the moment, I'm not
yeah,
thinking at all. I'm just
no,
doing. I'm just
you're
moving because
reacting.
everything's moving so fast
You don't have
that you
time.
can't. You don't have time. You're gonna slow down. You're gonna get hit, which was the point they made.
Yeah, and they
He was
brought up
like,
Tetris too. You
yeah,
remember when they brought up
yeah.
Tetris?
I thought that was a
Amazing.
really good. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's
Amazing
brilliant.
reference.
Yeah,
Hidori, whatever
I
his
was
name
like
is.
these Japanese dudes got it figured out, man.
If only they were 6'8" and
Black.
black and
Only they're 6'8" and black. Oh shit, that's
yeah, they
funny.
don't have the
But
genes.
did you ever think about did you notice, by the way, I put a note in here. Did you notice that whenever they do country people in Japan, they always are people from the sticks in Japan, they
Yeah,
always
they
give an
always do
American
that.
country accent.
Yeah, like I was thinking. First thing I thought is you thinking of that Fire Force guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Was it?
Oh, come on, Ma.
Oh, come
I just
on,
want to stay
ma.
here and farm the taters. Nah, boy, you got that devil magic up in you. You can't stay out here with all the taters. You burn up
You
all the
got a
crops.
special. You got something special inside you,
Yeah, all
boy.
countries. That always makes me giggle, and actually makes me kind of sad sometimes too, because when you watch it in subbed,
Mhm,
I'm sure they do the same thing, eh, except Japan's version, and I just can't tell because I don't speak the language.
mhm.
You know what I mean? It's
Yep.
kind of like British people. Like when British people hear British people talk, they're like, "Oh, that's a lowborn accent," and I'm
Yeah.
like, "I hear the same fucking
Melbourne
accent.
or yeah,
I
or
hear the
like
same thing. You guys all
London
sound the
or
fucking yeah."
Liverpool or
Yeah, I'm like, "You guys all sound the fucking same to me," and they could tell you exactly where someone's from by how they sound.
Manchester. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's the same thing. So it's like, I'm sure people who speak Japanese are like, "Oh, yeah, that person's from here," or "That person's from there." But me, when I'm watching it in, subtitled, I can't tell, and that kinda makes me sad a little bit. It really
No,
does.
I don't think we ever will be able to tell, to be honest. That's gonna
No,
be
probably
rough.
not. Yeah,
That's a tough
probably
one.
not. But that shit's dope though. Like
It
just the
is.
way they do everything. God, it's such a good anime.
It is. And I like the way they did the top six. Uh, I thought it was interesting. I
Fucking
thought,
your boy was number 7.
um, who's number seven? Bachira.
But yeah,
Yeah, Bachira. Yeah,
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 that's
man.
your boy right there.
I love
Fucking
Bachira,
weirdo.
and I wish they would have showed his match instead of the purple motherfucker
Oh
chameleon.
man, they could have just showed
Because
one.
again, I mean, he's sucking Nagi's dick so like it's insane. Like, I'm done
Yeah.
with it. I'm over it. I'm over it. That's the one
You're
part of the
so
show
upset
I'm
about
over
that
it.
episode, Nagi. You're so upset about
Oh,
that.
the movie? You
Yeah.
mean? It was a horrible movie.
Yeah.
It was a horrible movie.
Tell us what it is. I didn't think now I
It
didn't
was
think it
part
was
of the
gonna be
story.
I didn't think it was gonna be a great movie.
It was this. Literally his
I just
perspective of the same shit we already saw,
right. I
and
didn't
it
think it'd be a
wasn't
great
even that
movie.
deep.
No, I didn't think it'd be a great movie, but I thought it'd be better than just showing us the same shit that
We
we
were
already
gonna
knew.
to you guys. We were gonna do an episode covering
Yeah.
the Nagi movie,
And
and we
then we
saw it, and
both
we're like,
watched it like, yeah.
we're gonna be shitting on it the entire
Yeah.
time, and even then, we probably just talk about it for 20 minutes. Like, there
Yeah.
was nothing crazy about it. But again, I mean, I wish they would have shown more of a Bachira round, but I was glad to see Bachira picked, and I was not shocked to see where they placed people in the starting 11 for Blue Lock. Did you enjoy
Oh,
where they placed people?
so so I actually meant to ask you about that because I don't know soccer. I
Yeah,
don't know
I
soccer
loved it.
at all.
Loved every bit of
But
that.
but even me not knowing soccer, when I was listening to his explanations and my base, very, very, very base level understanding of soccer, I was like, all of this seems to make sense and be perfect for every person. Like
It
I was
did.
like, everything he said about everybody that seems to make sense for the role he wants them to play. So I'm
Yeah.
sure all this is above board. But I meant to ask you because you actually know soccer and the
Studied it.
positions and played it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I have to ask him to see if that was
Yeah.
there anything you would have done differently?
No. If anything, maybe Chigiri at winger instead of right back, but or yeah, right back.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but you can still have that same style of character at right back too. So I was like, I get it. And then they had the power dribbler up there, and then Bachira was in the middle. I think that's when
No,
I first
he was a
saw.
wing. He was the other
No, no,
wing.
no. Bachira was a right center mid.
He was the other wing. He was the
Trust me,
same
he was
position.
right center
He was the
mid.
same position as Chigiri, except the other side.
No.
100%.
Bachira was a left back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He
Yeah,
was a left
yeah,
back.
yeah. This is
That's
where
the
you say you're
one.
sorry.
Yeah, that's my fault.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it's my fault.
Yeah, I'll knock you out.
Bachira was left back, and that was actually the one where I would say that was stupid because
So he
Bachira is
was
a midfield style player. He's a dribbler.
so he was the one I actually had him. He's like, ask him about him particularly. Because even though when he gave me the logic, I was like, that makes sense to me. But also I feel like
Bachira is not like
since
Chigiri.
he's
And
yeah,
why is
since he's not
Chigiri on right
speed
back? Yeah.
since he's not speed oriented, I was like, they have other people who are fast. Why wouldn't you put him up forward more somewhere? Like
Or in
where
the
they put
middle.
that. Yeah. Well, so they put that one dude in the middle and they're like, the way he controls the ball. I go,
Nagi.
that actually makes a lot of sense to leave him in the middle
That
because
was
he
Nagi.
controls the ball well.
Yeah.
Not Nagi, the other dude, the one who kept calling him Mr. Average.
Well, he was like center mid, like back,
Yeah. Yeah. So I
center
understood
mid
that
back.
one. I
Yeah.
understood that one. And then where Nagi was, I was like, okay, Nagi's ball control makes a lot of sense for the position that he says he's playing. But once again, I don't know soccer.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, you can't not have your best dribbler and someone as creative as him as
Mhm.
a dribbler not on there. So I just didn't know where he fits. That would be
Yeah.
better. And who
I
you'd put in his spot instead.
right. Yeah. So me personally, Rin the striker, I would have had at left wing, and then I would have had Nagi at striker.
Rin. Oh, Rin the striker at left wing. Okay.
Yeah. So the number one
Yeah,
guy,
yeah,
I would
yeah,
have had
yeah.
him at left wing, and then I would have had Nagi at striker, and then I would have Bachira at left attacking mid, and then that guy who was left wing, I would have had at left back.
Okay. So
I
that's why
forgot
you'll never
that
run Blue
guy.
Lock. Cause
But
you're
yeah, I
trash.
mean,
Yeah.
Me and Ego, we butt heads. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If you watch the episode, it was episode 2. Me and him were talking, and
I did. I do remember
we
that you guys were talking.
yeah, and I was like, "Yo, why the fuck are you putting Bachira at left back?" And he said, "Because I'm that nigga." And I said,
I
"All
don't
right."
think that's what he said at all.
I said, "Okay."
He doesn't seem the type.
I said, all right.
That's just me though.
And then Isagi said, yeah, get to stepping. And I said, okay, all
Yeah.
right. What
But
did you think about that pink-haired motherfucker? The
oh,
snake. The fucking psychopath. The one who
the
they have
psychopath?
fucking chained up in Blue
Yep.
Lock because he's fighting
Shido?
with so many people.
Shido or
Yeah.
Shindo? One of those two.
Whatever his name is.
Yeah. I fucked with him super hard actually.
Yeah.
I
I call
I
him Pink
enjoy
Nigga. That's what I call
I
him.
I enjoy a good psychopath.
That's a psychopath.
I enjoy a good psychopath. The fact that he was like, yeah, I would sub him in for Rin, I was like, that's fucking perfect. Because
Yeah, it
they
made
can't be
sense.
around each other. I
And
was
it
like,
made
but to
sense
have him
too.
as like a Joker card to just put on the field and just
A
ruin
Joker
everything.
card.
Yeah. I was like, that is like
The
fucking the
nigga was
best
doing like
analogy.
back heel fucking shots. He was dope.
Yeah. And I was like, but
He's their
so
number 2, and he was planning on taking him off the bench. That's
yeah,
insane.
yeah. So I actually really, really liked him. And the main reason I liked him is because even despite all of his like psychopathic tendencies and his wild shit he was doing, he was giving everybody credit.
Yeah. Good pass.
Yeah, he's like,
Good
"Oh, that was
choice.
cool. You're a dude."
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, he even said to Izagi about his goal.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yo, that shit was fucking cold." It's like, you are fucking batshit, sir. You are absolutely
Yeah.
batshit. Because
Dope.
before I found him like a baro type, where it's like, it's like, it's my goal. I want the ball. I'm mad if I don't get the ball. But every time someone did something cool, he's like, "Yo, that shit's dope."
Similar to
Let me see.
Ren.
Let me see.
Ren was a fucking hater. Ren
He
was a
still
hater.
kind of
Not
is.
similar to Ren. I meant like you thought he was gonna be like Ren, where he was just gonna be a hater.
Yeah. But no, that's
No.
not.
And he
That
was the
wasn't
number
his
2.
energy at all.
He was
No,
the
and then he
number
tried to.
2.
And then, so real quick, because we both know Reen's brother picked him, right?
Sao. Itoshi
Yeah.
Sao.
I don't think that's his name. I don't think it's
Itoshi's
Sao.
what is it?
I think it's
You don't even know what it is. Itoshi Sao.
It's not
Say.
Sao. You
Itoshi
keep saying it.
Say.
Say. I don't think that's right either, but I think that's closer.
How do you say SAE?
I think it's Sai.
Sai. Itoshi Sai.
Sai. I think.
Sao, Sai.
I think bad. I'm not gonna lie. I think all 5 of these are wrong.
We're gonna be sitting here for another 15 minutes.
I think all
it's gonna be a
5
clip.
of these are wrong.
We're just gonna call Black and Chad struggle to say Itoshi Sai.
Yep.
Is it Sai? Sao.
And it's gonna be people in the comments calling us fucking idiots and then spelling out the name as if that's gonna fucking help us. Like we didn't see it spelled 1,000 times.
We're trying to figure out how to say it in Japanese.
Right. So, but the fucking brother, I think he picked him specifically to rev Ren up.
Yeah, because he was the number 2, and then they're like, and he said even Ego was like, he picked him. Yeah, out of all of you. Yeah,
he didn't pick any of you guys.
Didn't pick it. He didn't give a fuck.
Him.
He picked him.
But no, I don't think he knew he's number 2. I think he knows of the dude. I think he knows he's a good striker. And I think he picked him thinking he would be the biggest threat to his brother and potentially pull the greatness out of him.
Maybe.
I genuinely think he's trying
his brother's trying to bring the greatest out of his younger brother.
Yeah, because they showed that clip at the beginning, why, brother, why? And he's like, this is the way we need to play soccer.
Oh.
And so I think
it's him trying to, like, similar to Ego.
Yeah.
Where he wants to try to get his brother.
Yeah, and I think the problem with that is he's a shitty dude. So I think he's a piece of shit.
Like Sanemi and what's his name from Demon Slayer? Sanemi and his younger brother?
No, that's a whole different dynamic.
You don't think that Sanemi's trying to bring out a greater version of his younger brother?
I do not, no.
You just think he hates him?
I don't think he hates him. I think he doesn't want him I think he treats him like that because he doesn't want him in danger. That's why I think he treats him like that. So I think it's a different dynamic.
Yeah, he just doesn't want him to die.
Yeah, he just doesn't want him to die. Doesn't he want? So he's mean to him because it's the only thing he knows, right?
Right.
I
Okay.
think
Fair
that's
enough.
similar. I think he's that way because it's the only way he knows. But I
But
think he understands it. I think he knows of that
he's not
dude.
in danger.
Yeah, I think he
That's
knows
the real
of that
factor.
dude, and I think he knows that him picking that dude
Is gonna
would
piss him
be
off.
is gonna piss him off and make him a better striker. I think that's. I honestly think that's gonna be the end of this tournament. What we find out
Yeah.
of the game.
That's a good
Truly,
it's a good thought.
it's a great
Not good
thought. Fuck
enough,
you.
but it's good.
That's great.
Uh
If you
but
got a
no,
better
I
one,
mean,
please enlighten me.
no, that's dope. I mean, I congratulate you on formulating that. Um
That was fucking
you
condescending
know
as hell.
what?
I didn't
Down
like that at all.
down in the comment section below if you thought that was a great idea,
Congratulate me. Fuck faces.
congratulate him. Kamigasta.
the
So but no, Shido was fucking dope.
the fucking
And
anti-riot shock shit fucking had me rolling.
anti-riot.
They zapped him in the
Oh,
jersey, remember? Do you
no.
not remember? He tried to fight Rin.
I don't remember him zapping him though.
Oh yeah,
I
he
know that they
zapped him.
butted heads
He zapped him and he's like, I can't believe I had to use the anti-riot shock in your
during the first
shock
game
system. Yeah, at the end of it. Yeah.
at the end of it. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
they
I missed
shocked
that.
that crazy nigga. They stunned him. They tased
I
that
knew they
nigga,
had him
dude.
locked up. I knew they had him locked up, and that shit was funny.
How did you miss that?
But I do want to give a shout out, random shout out
Nigga
to
was hit by lightning and dropped.
the AOT nigga. The what's his face? I just call him the AOT nigga. The guy in the second game where he's like, I got the ball. Who do I pass it
Oh,
to? He looks
Connie?
just like Connie from
Connie?
AOT.
Should have just called
Yeah.
him Connie.
Yeah. I forgot
Yeah,
the
the
guy's
monk.
name.
Yeah, I don't know his name either. He's a monk. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's
Connie,
Connie.
and
He's
he looks
Connie.
just like him. He's like his exact art
Yeah.
style.
Also, I don't like that he's still there. He's
And he's
fucking
like,
worthless.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, I got the ball. Yeah,
Yep.
what do
He's
I
like, oh my
do?
god, they
And the
passed it to
pink
me.
nigga got scared him into passing it to
Yeah.
him.
He's like, fucking give me the ball, you piece of shit. He's
He's like,
like,
oh, he kicked it to him. He's like,
yeah,
my
I don't like
moment.
that he's still there. It bothers me. I think he's the worst player there. And I think a lot of good players went home. I don't know why he's still there.
So
It's upsetting.
you just gonna shit on my parade.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. The dude sucks, and you suck for liking it.
Yeah, okay. All right, moving on.
Super upsetting.
Jesus, what did you think about the sunglasses dude, the power dribbler?
Uh,
Second
I didn't
game.
think anything of him. I know who you're talking about.
You think it was cool or anything? You didn't like his
Eh,
ability, his skill?
the king of one-on-ones.
Yeah.
I thought it was. I like the way he sees the game.
You thought it was
Where
a
he's
dope
like,
playing style?
yeah, where he's like, ultimately, it's a game of one-on-ones, and you need to win your matchup. And I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong there. It's a very simplistic view of what's happening, but yeah.
I mean, it definitely made sense that they made him a winger on the starting 11. So
Yeah, and so, but I mean, even it was funny because when they picked everybody, they always got to have a little bit of cheese in anime, just a little bit of cheese. Because
they gotta have a. Go
as
ahead.
he's listing everybody, they're all giving their one-liners of their person. You know, oh, it should be glamorous. Oh, I'll do my best.
Are you
Uh,
the center back, dude?
yeah,
Oh,
fucking
is that what you picked me for? Okay. The
yeah,
goalie.
and
It's like
it
that's what I don't understand is the whole goalkeeper shit. It's like, what the fuck? These guys are strikers. None of them can play keeper. Shut the fuck up. That's some of
yeah,
the cheese there too. It's like, dude, none of them are gonna know how to play center back. Get the fuck out of here.
yeah, and I think,
They
and I
kind of
could be
downplay the other positions.
right, and I could be dead, like completely dead wrong in this because once again, no soccer knowledge at all. I watch the World Cup, and that's about it.
That's
But
definitely it. And that's
but
if that. You may
I
watch
mean,
one or two games.
what's that?
You may watch like one or two games in the World Cup.
No, I watch a lot of the World Cup actually.
That's
I
weird.
watch a lot of it. Because the best in the world, dude. It's really good level, high level soccer. I appreciate high level, high stakes.
High
That is
level.
true. Not all the time. Not all the time. Once you get into the tournament, it gets
Some of
there.
the
But
teams get yeah.
yeah. But anyway, so they like I've watched soccer enough to believe that goalie is the only one there where I'm like, they would have no clue how to play that at a high level, like, or even a moderate level. Like
Nope,
the other positions,
not even close. They downplay
the,
the fuck out of that position.
yeah, the other positions, they wouldn't be good in those positions, but you would think a strong athlete with a
Someone with the
soccer background
good with the
could
ball.
hold their own, if nothing else. They
Yeah,
may not be elite, they may not even be good, but at least like manageable, right? Like I told you that story about when I had to play first
yeah,
base. Like I
yeah,
figured it out.
yeah.
I
But in a
wasn't
little
a
league
top
game, not an.
caliber, but
I mean,
but but they're at that caliber.
right?
I was at the caliber of the people I was playing with. They're
Yeah.
at the caliber of the people they're playing with. So, like, I was like, okay, I can understand
Well,
you trying that, and it
they
potentially,
could
like, it wouldn't
adjust.
be the best scenario, but
They
like
can
you do,
adjust.
they could adjust. But goalie,
You couldn't adjust to that. They
there's no
downplayed the fuck
way.
out of goalie.
There's no way.
Even earlier in the season one, I was like that. I told you that. I was like, I don't get the whole goalie, them having somebody play goalie and them actually being decent because that
Right.
that that dynamic is so much different than any other position.
Well, I've always thought it was weird in those first ones that they had to pick a goalie
Right?
because
Who
no
the
one's
fuck
gonna
would want
want
to
to.
do that?
Right.
You're
In a
you're
room
there
full
to
of
be a
strikers.
striker.
Right. So in the when they start doing the 5-on-5s and they have like the electric goalies, that made more sense.
Yes.
That
And
made a
why
lot
wouldn't
more
you just
sense.
have that in the beginning?
If it was possible,
I
why
said
wouldn't you
that.
do it,
Why
dude?
wouldn't you have done it in the beginning?
If it was possible, why wouldn't you have done it? It would
I
have made
get why they're doing it
everybody's life
now
easier.
because it's
Right.
a starting 11 versus starting 11, but
Right.
what the fuck?
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Also, do you think Shindo's coming back? Do you think he's gonna end
I
up
think
back at
he's
Blue
going to
Lock?
end up no, I think he's going to end up back on the field.
No, I
Um
know that. I get that. And I guess
oh,
we don't
like
know that, but
yeah,
I
I mean,
do
yeah, I
believe
think
that.
he'll
I
end up
believe
back at
that.
Blue Lock.
But
Yeah.
you think that after the game's over, he goes back to Blue Lock, or do you think they just keep him on the
Keep him on
U20
the
team?
U20.
I think they just keep him on the U20.
I don't know. I would assume that they would throw him back to Blue Lock because he's such a
Interesting.
prominent character in the show.
Well, he wasn't prominent until this season.
No, that's what I'm saying though. He's now a prominent character.
I'm not buying it. I don't think he comes back.
All right, good for you. You're wrong, but good for you.
I'm not. I'm right.
You're wrong.
Also, when they picked Isagi, they called him his shadow. They called him Ring Shadow. Wouldn't you feel a little insulted by that?
If I'm Isagi, I wouldn't give a damn. I got picked.
That's fair.
I don't give a damn.
If you like being number 2, that's cool. If you don't
I
care
don't give a
about being the
damn.
best, yeah, all right.
I don't
You
give
want
a
to be
damn what they
mediocre your
say.
whole life like
Being the
you?
best is different than saying caring about what people say.
If you say so, mediocre. All right, Mr.
Okay.
Average.
All right,
All
Blue
right.
Lock.
I'm gonna start calling you Mr. Average. You
Oh,
average
you got the
bitch.
ball again, Mr. Average. That shit was hilarious. Hey,
Also,
you're
on the
not going
U20 team,
anywhere.
can you tell me why they gave that nigga 2 colored eyes? Is that a thing?
Oh, the center back, the
Y-
captain.
yeah. I fucked with
That's
him, by the
not a
way.
thing,
I
but he's
fuck with
dope.
him where he catches the
Yeah.
fucking the kicks.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's dope.
Yeah.
He's
I was
dope.
like, I don't know what
I
the
thought it
deal is
was
with the 2
weird
color
though.
eyes.
I thought it was weird. Did you not think that that was weird writing to have Shadow be hand selected by that
Who's Shido?
Shadow, the pink dude.
Shindo? Or Shido?
Shadow, Shadow. I'm not
Shido.
far off. Shido. Um, don't you think that that was weird that they had Shido get handpicked by Say, and then the captain randomly shows up and goes, he's fighting with another player, so we can't have him, and then he just accepts it. The guy who said the one condition was that he played with him.
I didn't think into it at the time. But now that you mention it, that is a bit odd.
Why? Why write in that he goes,
He did
then the
make that
player
a
goes,
condition.
no, then he goes, okay.
Yeah, I get it. I get what you're putting down. I have no argument for you on the other end.
I know you would like to say something.
I
Play devil's
mean,
advocate.
I would love to.
If you had to play devil's advocate, what would you say to that?
I would say when you made that statement, to kind of throw your weight around, and you did it in front of not the team, but the coach and the owner of the U20 team. You didn't bring the team in on that decision, and they weren't the ones who made you make that decision or gave you the okay. So your idea is I'm playing with these dudes, and now the captain who I just saw swoop this nigga up real quick, and I have an inkling he's probably gonna be a dude, is telling me this needs to happen. All right, I'll play your little game for now, but just know this is gonna happen. So that's what I would say. I would say he made that deal with the upper people, not the team, and you still got to play with the team. Because his whole thing, he's a midfielder, right?
Who?
The older brother.
He's like an attacking midfielder.
Okay.
He's not like the striker of the team.
Right. So he's a midfielder, but I think their whole their whole thing about him
playing in the same position.
Right, but okay, cool. I think their whole thing about him is they say he's a great passer.
Yeah. That's why
right?
they have him like
They've said that a couple of times. I'm not crazy.
Yeah. He's like a phenom. I don't know if they've said that, but I know that's
I'm 90%
he's a playmaker.
Sure. Yeah, I'm 90% sure they said he's like his passing is next level. And when he did his little press conference, he's like, I don't know a striker here that deserves my passes. Right? I think that's what he said. So I think they're alluding to that.
Having said that, it makes sense that he wants his brother to become the best striker.
Right.
Because then he could play with him.
Right. And that's kind of the whole why I thought that's part of it. Because he was like, yeah, I don't think there's a striker in Japan who deserves my passes. So with that being said, and that being like his thing.
Well, and it makes sense to why he wanted to handpick somebody too from BlueLock.
Right.
But again, it doesn't make sense that he succumbed to the guy just going, hey, I'm the team captain, so just don't do it. And he goes, all right. You're going to see. Like, obviously, in the future, he's going to end up in the game.
But at the same time, too, I mean, we saw Homeboy. We saw the fucking peak Power Ranger trying to fucking fight everybody.
Psychopath, man.
So maybe he, like this, even if you know he's psycho, it's another thing to see it. So he might have saw it and be like, yeah, all right. You guys got a point. This nigga a little crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's an option. I don't agree with it, but it's an option. You know? What do you do? What are you gonna fucking do, man?
So, long story short, anime fans, Shido's fucking crazy.
Yep, Shido's crazy.
But I'm excited to see how the game plays out. I liked where they left off.
Me too.
With
I'm really excited for this.
Guy
I'm very excited for the season. It's not like MHA where I was like watching the season as I continued to watch. I got like now I'm like amping up and I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be dope.
It's about to climax.
Like every time. And so I've gone ahead. I'm caught up.
So you're episode 7 in.
I believe because
there's only 7 episodes.
I believe there's 8.
No, there's only 7.
Is it only 7?
Yeah. Tomorrow it'll be the 8th.
Okay. So I'm 7 in. That 7th episode is fucking dope. It's so dope.
Yep. Only 7.
Okay. Yeah. So that 7th episode is fucking good.
Yeah, I haven't seen 7.
But I'm really excited for this season. And it's gonna be really good. I'm fucking hyped. But guys, we appreciate every single fucking one of you. As always, a real friend tells a friend. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Lucky Chan, you got anything you want to say to the people?
No, just comment. We appreciate you guys. Per usual. Again, we're keeping these episodes coming out. It's gonna be weekly episodes.
We're up to what, 765 or somewhere along those lines of subscribers. We appreciate every single one of you guys.
Every single one of you. And
whenever you're ready.
Stay tuned.
All right, guys. Comedy Hot Shira.
Blackie Chan.
We out.